Hello, howdy, and welcome. It's a brand new week, a brand new day, new vibe, and huge energy today on the news. I hope you're all feeling as amazing as I am today, and if you're not, we're pretty good listeners, so please drop your woes in the comment section of this post below. Now, we're in the last week of September, and time sure does fly by in a pandemic. Who else feels like this year has gone by in the blink of an eye? I know that I sure did. My name is Biodun, and welcome to a brand new episode of Accelerate News Social Distancing Edition. It's gonna be huge. Kicking off with some BBNaija news. A huge congratulations to Laycon, the latest winner of BBNaija Lockdown Edition. Now, last night was the BBNaija finale, and it was a huge night indeed. Laycon became the new winner, and Dorothy emerged second place. Congratulations to them both. I can't believe that it's already been 71 days since the show started, and it has now finally come to an end. Remember when the housemates were new in the house and everyone was still trying to figure out who their faves were? And I also remember when fans started to create WhatsApp groups to decide how they were going to keep their faves in the house. I also remember the very first eviction show, which involved Lilo and Katrina. 71 days has literally just gone by like that. Now, BBNaija was indeed a journey from the different personalities in the house to the drama, the fights, the crying, the laughter, the games, the parties, the strikes, and the relationships, and most of all, the heartbreaks and the newly formed friendships. Everything was premium entertainment, just as we were promised. Now it has all come to an end, and Laycon has emerged the winner. And not only did he win, but by a huge gap between him and Dorothy, who came second place. Seriously, guys, the gap was staggering. Laycon had 60% of the votes, while Dorothy had 22%. Clearly, the icons were ready to fight. Now, let's know in the comment section of this post who you were rooting for to be the winner of the show overall. During the finale, V was the first housemate to be evicted, followed by Neo and Nengi. At that point, I'm sure a lot of people who were rooting for them just were like, oh, damn. Now, all the housemates have greater plans post Big Brother, and we can't wait to see what they get up to. Congratulations once again to Laycon, and the dude is definitely off to some big things, and we're wishing him the best of luck in all his endeavors. Speaking of winning, another huge win for Nigeria's Israel Adesanya, aka the last style bender, after knocking out Paulo Costa in the second round to keep his belt in the main event of the UFC 253. Now, from the first round, Israel landed multiple kicks at Costa to earn points. At some point, I thought this guy was like Liu in Mortal Kombat because he was just going cha. In the second round, Israel went even stronger on the offense, continuing to mercilessly attack the lead leg while also throwing jabs and kicks at Costa, who stumbled backwards and could not even, recover. Now, while Adesanya dominated the news, Dawodu was also representing Nigeria with the flag draped around his shoulder. Hakeem Dawodu delivered a speech where he explained he was there representing Nigeria. Now, his latest win in the UFC goes in line with Adesanya's prediction that Nigerians will one day take over the MMA and the UFC. Congratulations once again to Israel, as this is just all the accolades that we need right now. Netflix has announced a huge slate of original series and films from Nigeria, doubling down on its commitment to finding and promoting talent on the African continent. One new series and 3 Nigerian films were secured by Netflix in various stages of production, with some ready to debut immediately. Now, these movies and series include Far From Home, created by Chinaza Onuzo and Dami Elebe, Kunle Afolayan's Citation, and Kemi Adetiba's King of Boys 2, and also Oloture, created by Mo Abudu. Ben Amadasu, Netflix Director of Licensing and Co-Productions in Africa, announced this in a statement made available to News Agency of Nigeria. Meanwhile, Dorothy Gafuba, the lead for African originals at Netflix, said that Netflix was encouraged by the abundant talents in the country to work with Nigerian content providers to produce original content for global audience. She also talked about how Netflix is around to continue to invest in more original content from Nigeria and is also thrilled to grow their existing creative partnerships while forming new ones with Chinaza and the amazing Inkblog team, who will now join the growing list of Nigerian partners. Now, this is amazing, y'all, and we're super excited about this. We can't wait for the world to experience more of Nollywood's awesomeness. Speaking of Nigerian creatives making huge strides, Nigerian American novelist Adeyemi has been added to the list of Time 100's most influential people across the world for the year 2020. The 27-year-old, who is also a creative writing coach, best known for her #1 New York Times best-selling book, Children of Blood and Bone, which was featured on Time's list of the best young adult and children's book in 2018. Tomi Adeyemi's West African-inspired fantasy debut is a powerful rumination of race and social justice, which is clearly important now more than ever. Now, Adeyemi was listed alongside Jennifer Hudson, Selena Gomez, US President Donald Trump, and a host of others on the Time 100 most influential people of 2020. I told you people, huge wins for Nigeria across the board. The publication of Onyeka Onwenu's memoir and autobiography, My Father's Daughter, is set to be released on October 1st, 2020, and is a deep and personal account of the life of the iconic musician. Now, My Father's Daughter chronicles Onwenu's life as a musician, activist, wife, mother, and politician. In the autobiography, Onwenu's formative contact with feminism and how her father's, life heavily impacted her decision to join politics is deftly explored. The memoir also covers her media experience, and she also talks about going back to post-war Nigeria and being confronted by the failing political system, her tilt towards politics to fulfill her father's legacy, and her many more facets of her fascinating life. Make sure you check it out when it hits shelves this weekend. We've got some interesting details about Ninola's forthcoming album, Colors and Sounds. Now, there's a track list and a rollout video to go with it and also set you in the mood for the album. The 13-track album features Afrobeat stars Nonso Amadi, Kenyan Afropop band Salty Soul, South African singer-songwriter Busiswa, American record producer and rapper Timbaland, British DJ and singer Afro B, Femi Kuti, and the one and only Saz. I don't know about you, but this is a huge lineup. The album houses the singer's recent hit songs Fantasy, Bana, Omorapala, Boda Sodiq, Designer, and Addicted, and it will be released on the 2nd of October 2020. Now make sure you check the Accelerate TV website for more details. Another episode of The Yellow Wall is out, and in this episode, the ever so sarcastic Tamara talks about the complicated world of toasting. Find out the do's and don'ts of wooing your love interest and who Tamara is completely, head over heels, madly, deeply in love with. Make sure you visit Accelerate TV's YouTube channel to watch the latest episode. Now, if you still haven't heard about the Accelerate Filmmaker Project updates, make sure you visit the Accelerate TV website and see who has been shortlisted for the next round of our selection process. My name is Biodun, and this has been yet another exciting episode of Accelerate News Social Distancing Edition. Stay safe, everybody.